In a small town nestled between green hills and rice fields in Indonesia, there lived a boy named Aditya. Born to a humble family, his father was a retired schoolteacher and his mother a housewife, who sold traditional snacks to neighbors. Life was not easy, but the house was always full of warmth, prayers, and love. Aditya grew up watching his parents work hard without ever complaining. His father used to say, "We may not have much, but we have each other, and that's everything." It was this sense of togetherness and gratitude that shaped the foundation of Aditya's heart. From a young age, Aditya dreamed big, not for himself but for his parents. He once said to his mother, "One day, I will build you a house where you no longer have to worry about leaking roofs or broken windows." His mother only smiled, touched his head gently, and replied, "Your love is already the biggest house for me, Nak." But Aditya was serious. That promise wasn't just a child's dream, it became his life's mission. They couldn't afford many luxuries, but Aditya knew education was his way forward. After school, he helped his mother deliver snacks, tutored younger kids, and saved every little bit he could. He studied under candlelight when the power went out and walked kilometers to school each day. In his final year of high school, Aditya applied for a scholarship to a prestigious university in Jakarta. It was a long shot, but his determination was unwavering. He wrote in his application letter, "I am not only applying for myself, I am applying for my parents, who gave me everything even when they had nothing." Weeks later, the letter came. He had been accepted full scholarship. That night, he held the letter in his hands, looked at his parents, and wept. "We did it," he said. "This is our victory." College in Jakarta was a different world. Everyone around him seemed wealthier, more confident. Aditya, with his worn-out shoes and second-hand books, often felt like he didn't belong. But every time he thought about giving up, he would remember his mother's hands, rough and tired from years of cooking and cleaning, and his father's gentle eyes filled with silent hope. He worked part-time jobs, waiter, delivery boy, translator, whatever paid the bills. He still sent money home whenever he could, even if it meant skipping meals. He never told his parents about his hunger, or how he slept on the floor because he didn't have a bed. He didn't want them to worry. He always answered their calls with a smile. "I'm doing great. Backpack, just focus on being healthy." And when he missed home, he would close his eyes and hear his mother humming a lullaby she used to sing when he was a boy. After years of hard work and sleepless nights, Aditya graduated with top honors. Companies began to notice him. He landed his first job at a tech startup, starting with a small salary, but he was finally earning with dignity. His first paycheck, he didn't spend a single rupiah on himself. He transferred everything to his parents. He called them and said, "This is for all the meals you skipped so I could eat, for all the times you walked instead of taking a bus so I could go to school. It anapos as time for me to give back." His mother cried. His father, too proud to weep in front of others, simply said, "Alhamdulillah." Years passed. Aditya rose through the ranks, eventually starting his own tech company. He became a successful entrepreneur, known not only for his skills but also his integrity. Then came the day he had been waiting for since childhood. He flew his parents to the city under the pretense of visiting him. But instead, he took them to a quiet residential area and stopped in front of a newly built modern house with a small garden. "Whose house is this?" his father asked. Aditya smiled and handed them the keys. "Yours." His mother couldn't hold back her tears. She walked through every room, touching the walls, speechless. "This is too much, Nak," his father said. "No, Pak, it's still not enough for what you've done for me." Aditya didn't stop there. He started a scholarship fund in his village named after his parents. For the children with big dreams and small wallets, he said. He built a small library, renovated the old school building, and gave jobs to local youth in his growing business. Every year, he returned to the village with his parents, not as a rich man, but as a grateful son. He always credited his success to them. "I'm just a reflection of my parents and Appa's sacrifices," he would say in interviews. "They are the real heroes." One evening, many years later, Aditya sat on the porch of the house he had built, his aging father beside him, sipping warm tea. "I still remember the night you said you'd build me a house," his father said, smiling. "And I remember you told me love was enough," Aditya replied. "But I wanted to give you both." They sat in silence, watching the sunset. And in that quiet moment, Aditya realized something. True success is not in the wealth he had earned, but in the love he had returned.